My name is Anda Rowland and I work for Andserson and Sheppard. I joined in 2004 and really I'm one of the newer members of the team. I'm here with senior coat cutter Leon Powell and trouser cutter Samuel LeBone for our first ever trunk show in Korea, and we're particularly delighted to be working with Unipair.
Why do you choose the Unipair as your first Korean trunk show?
I noticed a while ago in Monocle magazine an article about Unipair, and then I looked online and saw pictures and learned a little bit about the company. And so I was aware of Unipair, and then when the team got in contact with us, it seemed like a natural partner. In particular, I think there are so many values that we have in common, that it's a very elegant assortment at Unipair. It's a long-term business working with wonderful makers, really carefully choosing what they offer the customer, and those are things that we also aim to do at Andserson and Sheppard.
Give some their tips that it is easy to get a suit.
I think what happens when you mention Savile Row or a company like Andserson and Sheppard with such an amazing history, people automatically think about business suit, and then they think about a businessman who's maybe 50s, or and they say, well, I don't need a suit for work, or I don't need something as formal as that. The beauty of being a bespoke tailor, we don't just make suits. We make amazing overcoats, we make amazing jackets, we make different kinds of pea coats. We can make a raglan sleeve. We make many, many different garments. So the beauty about going into a bespoke tailor is you have something that fits you and something that you choose. It's not about going and having a business suit. So a really good grey tweed, Harris tweed sports jacket with a pair of jeans and Edward Green boots can look phenomenal. And we make one of the best sports jackets in the world. So it's not about needing to be in a suit.
About the history of the brand before. So we do have a lot of shoemakers have been lasted for over 100 years. Can you briefly tell us about how you feel that you're in the business that lasted for a very long time? Do you have some kind of pressure that you should have to keep the traditions?
As a family, and as my father loved the company, we also love the company and wish for it to have a successful future. I think really the pressure comes more from our customers because they also love the company. And when I became involved, in fact, I knew quite a lot of them, and they would say, oh, but this mustn't change and that mustn't change, and I need to have this, and where will I go? And for me now, obviously our team and the younger people that have joined us, like Sam and many of our younger tailors, about their future, and also making sure that the customer is still happy, that we don't change the wrong things, we change the right things to improve the customer's experience and to make sure that we keep the skills and the style. So the history initially, but then it becomes obviously always about people. And there's a great love that goes far back, further than even when we became involved as a family. And bespoke tailors, we're not designers. So we work with the customer. The customer is also 50% of the company. When I go downstairs and have a look and see new things, we learn from the customer who wants something a little bit different, different textures, combinations. You learn a lot.
You keep the little notes about the customer on the measure book. I think it was very interesting to notice. How long is the oldest measure book in
Well, they go back to the 20s, early 20s. So we don't have them for 1906, sadly, but we have them back to about 23.
Good for other customers who are really wanting to know, and you keep developing about the social media.
There was a return to quality of making, or in terms of communication. So after 2008, a lot of people started talking about history and craftsmanship and archive, whereas previously it hadn't been so talked about. Now everybody wants to put a museum for their archive, or you see this more. And companies like our companies have a real archive and have real makers. So sometimes other companies have to construct this story. But we have nothing to hide and everything to show. So it's quite easy in terms of Instagram. Just go in and say, this is what's happening. The same with Edward Green. We don't have to do a photo shoot and borrow some tools to put on a bench and hire somebody to pretend. So we have really nothing to hide, and a lot that can interest people to show.
What kind of recommendation for Korean men if they're thinking of ordering the Andserson and Sheppard suit?
We would generally advise that if for a first-time thing, if you're going to get a lot of wear out of it, a three-piece navy worsted suit is very useful. Because if you have a waistcoat, you can change the look of the suit, so you almost have two suits.
Yes.
You can wear the jacket on its own as a blazer, you can wear the trousers as a blazer, you can wear even the waistcoat underneath something else.
Yes.
You know, it's a very useful thing to order. And also navy blue you can wear in the evening, you can wear for work, you can dress it up very differently. It's been a thrill to be with the team at Unipair, and I think we've really felt very welcome and learnt already a lot before we've even seen the customers. So I think everybody's looking forward to coming back.
Yes.